Hello everyone, how you doing? It's been a while. I'm sorry I've been away for a long time. I just had to, okay? I hope you're good. Well, right now you're going to be seeing more of my face. Good thing. Okay, today I am going to be talking about extreme weight loss methods. The reason why I'm talking about this is because there was a time I asked a question on my Instagram story, foods and calories, and I asked people the most extreme thing they did to lose weight. And my oh my, people have done different things. Like people are really dangerous. I asked people like, okay, what did you do to lose weight? And a lot of people like the most extreme thing you've done to lose weight, and I was really hearing lots of stuff. Well, many of these things are not good, and many of these things they've done, in fact most of them, in fact let me just say all that the extreme things they did to lose weight, very very terrible things. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of these things in case you also have it in your mind to do them. Okay, I'm just going to talk you out of it and let you see the cons in it, because there are no pros to this stuff. Okay, so just in case you also have the intentions. All right. First, I want you to know that there is nothing that beats being in a calorie deficit coupled with exercises. Okay, being in a calorie deficit is like the key thing you need to do to lose weight. But people come up with, especially the internet, and you also see on social media, coming up with so many alternatives that are very terrible. And the worst part of this thing is because they know that people actually look up to a lot of influencers, and people are actually, when an influencer tells you something, or a big celebrity tells you something like, oh, I did this, it works, and because you're totally in love with the person, you also try it out. These things do not undergo proper research. These things are not backed by science, but because, oh, my fave is doing it, let me try it also. These things are really harmful to your health, and apart from that, they are not even sustainable. Well, let me start by talking about, first, I'm going to generalize everything and I'm going to just put all of them in one umbrella. These all fad diets that people do, and that is the first one I'm talking about. The all crash diets, the restrictive diets people do, and saying, oh, I totally cut off carbs. Rice is not a good friend to lose weight. I totally cut off Gary. Nigerian food is full of carbs. They are totally terrible. I was more of salads, or I had fruits and vegetables alone to lose weight. I was just on soups to lose weight. I had just once a day and just very little portion of food. Or I had I know someone that said she had apples, just apples for 21 days, and I'm like, because an apple a day chases the doctor away. You know, I want to keep us doctors jobless or what? But that's just by the side. So you see, all these restrictive diets that people do, they are not sustainable. And apart from the fact that they are not sustainable, in fact, when many of them said this was what they did, the whole restrictive diet, I asked them, oh, was it sustainable? They said no. What they did is that they gained back the weight. In fact, many of them gained back double, because of course when you totally cut off carbs to lose weight, you didn't eat rice. How will you not eat rice as a Nigerian? Especially at least once a week. You totally cut off rice, you totally cut off your favorite meals, and you're just restricted to suffering. And then immediately it's like they just lose you out of the cage. You now start eating voraciously, you just start eating everything. Of course, you definitely gain the weight back. So these are the kind of diets people do. Oh, I'm just on soups, and they're like, oh, go girl. And people now announce these things on social media, on internet, that this is what I did for 21 days and made me lose 10 kg. And you're like, oh, I'm going to try it. It's making you have a very bad relationship with food. These people won't tell you that they were depressed all through, because honestly, this kind of diet plans actually messes with someone's psyche. Because I can't imagine doing this. The day I tried, when I didn't really know much about calorie and all dieting, I tried the old detox. I was just on cucumbers and one other thing. I can't remember, but cucumbers and I had a small banana one time that I wanted to faint too. I was on cucumbers for like 3 days. My mental health, I was depressed. I couldn't leave my bed. I was unproductive. I could not walk. I could not do anything. Like it was just a very three. Of course, I lost 3 kg, but I gained the 3 kg back. In fact, I even gained more weight after. Do you get so? That kind of thing. Another time I tried to do a restrictive plan, did watermelon challenge for 14 days with my friend. And she said she was cute, she was green. I just got her disappointed. Like, I think I have malaria, and because my mom has got to get me quarter, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, it was Indomie that actually made me very okay because then I had Indomie, all my strength came back." So you see all those kind of restrictive diets, and you don't need to do them. And a lot of people do. They tell you, "Oh, they announce on social media that this is what I did. I did your restrictive diet." And now you're praising them, go queen, and all that. It doesn't work. Apart from, yes, it messes with your mental health, it's unsustainable, makes you have a very bad relationship with food. You can't even embrace all foods. If you're on any of my diet programs or you even follow me on Instagram, you know we eat every kind of meal. There is no meal that is an abomination, okay? But I just tell you the calories in the meals, the nutrition values, and of course you have to eat more of healthy meals than your sweet treats. So that kind of diet is a no-no. The restrictive diets, fat diets, crash diets, no. Number two that I'm going to talk about that I've seen on social media and I've seen a lot of people doing is this body sculpting, especially the whole body contouring with wood. And this kind of method, if I have a video, I am going to show you where people use wood of various rolling pins. They are made of wood, various sizes to kind of sculpt the stomach. I don't want to say stomach, but they try and sculpt the abdomen, and they also work on the waistline. They say it helps to improve lymphatic or even increase lymphatic drainage. They say it helps to support to remove cellulite, remove wrinkles, and also help to give you that figure, that hourglass figure, that kind of thing. I read about it, and it is not backed by science because there's been no research to prove that this actually works. But the thing about it is, when you do this thing, the whole body sculpting and all that, you may actually see results, temporary results, but these results will vanish, especially in two one. In fact, the second day you're like back to normal. A lot of people have done it, and even when I watched videos of people who were true to it, they said it was very temporary and they were back to normal by even the third day. So that kind of thing, it doesn't really work because you spend lots of money to go and do body sculpting, spend lots of money to do your whole body contouring, and at the end of the day, because you do not want to follow the main route, the whole weight loss, eating healthy, losing, eating in calorie deficit and exercises. I have a lot of people tell me they hate to exercise. I have a lot of people that tell me, oh, they can't really stop eating food and large portions, but they want to lose weight, and they really go the other route and do the whole body sculpting. When you spend your money on that kind of thing, you're automatically depressed because the money you spend on body sculpting, the money you spend on this whole body contouring can actually buy you a food skill, can buy you measuring cups, can buy you a yoga mat, can buy you a weighing scale, can even buy you some healthy stuff that you put in your fridge, and you start your own healthy eating, your own healthy, approach to life, exercises and all that. But no, you rather do a shortcut which is never even real. And one amazing part of this whole body sculpting is they tell you to actually couple it with exercises and healthy eating. And I'm like, wow. So if it's going to make me lose weight, why do I have to couple it with exercises? Why do I have to couple it with healthy eating, or I mean calorie deficit again? And they tell you to completely cut off carbs. Some give you terrible advice to not eat certain kinds of meal again because they will make you gain weight, all this kind of stuff. Do you get this kind of diets, this kind of alternatives that people do? They do not work, and they are just temporary, and they're just leeches. They're taking your money, and you're just going to be left frustrated, terrible, mad, angry, depressed that your weight cannot go. It can't go because you're not even doing the right thing. So it's a no to body sculpting, no to body contouring. The third I want to talk about is this orthodontic jaw wiring. The first time I heard about jaw wiring was from a client. That was last year. I didn't even know it was that terrible. I didn't know that were actually doing dangerous things until I was talking to her, and she said she wanted to join my weight loss program. And I was like, oh, that's fine. She said she has to get the wires on her teeth removed first. And I was like, oh, did you have a fracture? Something like maybe a jaw fracture? And she was like, no, 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 that she did it because she wanted to lose weight. I was confused. I'm like, wait, you wired your jaws because you wanted to lose weight? And she was like, yes. She said she actually spoke to someone, and the person introduced her to someone who could get her jaws wired and, just make her lose weight. I had to read up on it, and I was like, people really do this to lose weight. Then when I put up the Insta story this year, oh my God, I had lots of people who had actually done this barbaric act. Honestly, I think it's really barbaric because why would you subject yourself to, this barbaric procedure? And I'm like, you don't have to do it. And most of these people that do this are not even morbidly obese. People who are actually morbidly obese may actually do jaw wiring because they want to help them in a way to, reduce their calories and, help them, maybe lose weight, maybe preparation for surgery or an alternative to the surgery or something. But even at that, I still feel there are better approaches to helping them lose weight than shutting someone's jaws. I really feel it's violation of human rights in a way because you can do behavioral therapy, help them identify their triggers, help them, make conclusions, come to resolutions and all that. Make them know about foods, the nutrition values, what they should be putting in or not, rather than shutting people's jaws and subjecting them to just fluids. Now that is what the jaw wiring does. It subjects you to just taking fluids. Of course, your jaws are shut and there is no way for you to open your mouth to chew any food. You have to just use a straw to take your fruits, and mostly you take juices, you take protein shakes or all that. The downside of it is that it is not sustainable. It has been found that people who do this jaw wiring, yes, they will lose weight. Of course, you're just on fluids, and they tell you the certain fluids to take. The most amazing thing is when I read about it, and even videos I watched on it, is they'll tell you that, oh, be on a 1,200 calorie deficit, maybe juice plan. And I'm like, you can also be on a 1,200 calorie deficit meal plan and eat proper food with 1,200 calories. Like, why do people do this? So they subject you to a juice plan, and of course, you lose weight. You lose weight when you're taking just juices, if it's low calorie juices especially. And when you come back, you remove the old wires and you go back. It has been found that people who do that gain like double the weight. They double the weight back. Apart from you gaining the weight back, it's even think about the risks that can even happen. Of course, there could be injuries to your teeth, there could be injuries to other surrounding structures in the mouth, there could even be infection, you can bleed. You don't think about that. People just go and just do things because they are so desperate to lose weight. It shouldn't be that way. Apart from that, too, people also suffer from halitosis from that. Of course, you're not brushing your teeth. You can only brush the front part here. You can't open your mouth to brush inside. So of course, you're definitely going to have, not you, but the person is definitely going to have bad breath. All right. So that is not sustainable, and I will not advise anyone to do a jaw wiring. Nah, it's barbaric. I'm definitely not going to waste my energy on people who sell all these oils that help to blast fats in the abdomen or butt oils, all that. But I'm going to reserve that energy for weight loss pills and detox teas, and that is the final one I'm going to be talking about. When I was in medical school, I was taught by endocrinologists about weight loss pills, and they are only recommended for people who have the IBMI coupled with other obesity related risk factors like heart diseases, high cholesterol and so on, and they are actually used as an adjunct to healthy lifestyle, and they are also used after maybe 3 to 6 months after you have tried diets and exercises and you have not seen results. How these weight loss pills work is they actually they have different mechanisms of action depending on the ones recommended by your physician. There are some that work centrally, that is the brain. They help to create a feeling of fullness. They help to reduce appetite. There are some that reduce the rate of absorption of food, and there are also others that help to increase your energy expenditure. I've seen a lot of people really desperate to lose weight. They tell you, oh, it is a carb blocker, it is a this, it is this, and they show results. Well, automatically, I have not used any of these pills on Instagram. I see people selling before, and I don't think I'll ever subject myself to being a lab rat to be able to prove that it is not effective. But from what I have read and from what it is backed by science, it is a no for me. I mean, I love myself so much to subject myself to being a lab rat. Never. I mean, there are really other approaches. And the major thing about this thing is this old weight loss, LD eating, I mean, the old pills and all, they will tell you to also eat in calorie deficit, to reduce your portion of meals, to exercise, then what is really the point? And they pay people to influence it, and because you also love the celebrities, you're also influenced by them, you start to buy their products. You do not even know if you might even suffer from the side effects, and a lot of side effects come from this product, because I do not even know the ones they sell on Instagram. And honestly, when I just see pills, they block this one, carb blocker, look at this one. To be sincere, it's a no for me, especially if you're just buying off Instagram without consulting your doctor. Your health should come first. Whatever you're taking in should always come first. You should also do your own research first, okay? And not just be swayed by things you just see online because you see people doing it. What if it doesn't work for you? What if you suffer from the side effects? And side effects can range from being from mild to severe, like mild ones like flatulence, like diarrhea, like there's some that contain caffeine, and caffeine can cause jitteriness, can even make you anxious, and you give your liver so much work to detoxify, to keep detoxifying these drugs. At the end of the day, people come down with acute liver failure as as one of a very severe side effect from using these pills, except if they come recommended by a physician. I do not recommend you buying it because someone is influencing it, especially if the person has no business to do with health. Please do your research well, okay? And for detox teas, detox have always been a no-no. People have almost died of detox, and I'm very sure you and I know that. We'll see it on online. The same people who influence detox teas, other people come online to say, please do not use detox, because they almost died from it. They were rushed to the hospital, they kept purging and all that. And they'll tell you, oh yes, you're cleansing your colon. What cleanse? You're trying to detoxify, you are flushing the toxins, the dirt in your colon. Like, oh my God, I've talked about detoxification so many times. Okay, so in fact, if you go to my Instagram page, it is pinned for you to read about detox. All right, so that is where I'm going to stop today. I hope you understand everything I have said and you are not angry. I hope I have not, hit some nerves and I've not really offended anyone yet. Please don't dislike my video. Please like my video, share it to as much people as really need this. So if you really have this intent in your heart to do some terrible things with your health, please do not. Take your health very serious. Do your research. And that's where I'm going to stop. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, any comment, you want me to talk about anything else, please let me know in the comment section, okay? Love you guys. Bye.